Hello, everybody. Let me go put this in chat. I was not planning on doing this, but since Jess needed to go, I thought I would. And of course, now my YouTube is going to come up. Oh, good. It's muted. All right. Hello, IHSP, Chewy, Geek Boy, Mr. Manifesto. Good morning to y'all again. Got to go for about 45 minutes or so and just hang out. And let me see if I can put this in chat. Doesn't always let me pin. Okay, here we go. Anybody wants to come up? All right, Steph. Okay, let me see. Ricky, I think, hey, Mr. Manifesto.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you doing?
Hey, My Fish Tanks Aquatics. Oh, I think you need to mute the YouTube.
You got an
Hey,
echo?
Pufflin. Ricky, I don't think he meant to. I think his fingers slipped because you guys didn't say anything wrong and it was two of you. So I think his fingers just slipped a little bit.
You still have an echo from me, or you're alright?
No, just for that. It's always fun having that little echo right when you come up because then you have to go over and whatchamacallit to yourself. Mute yourself.
Alright, Kev, I'm
On
gonna give you the
what?
exclusive. I'm gonna put myself on camera just for you, man.
Ooh.
So you can see what I look like. You can see who Mr. Manifesto really is.
Hey Jeffrey, if you're in here.
Nah, I'm just fucking around. Oop, screwing around. Sorry, didn't mean to curse. What's going on, man?
Not too much. How are you doing?
Doing alright.
How are the kids?
I have a kid. He's doing alright.
Oh, you have one. Okay.
Yeah, he's like your age. He's 18.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, yeah. But you guys don't want to look at me, so I'm gonna put some fish. But it was good seeing you. I'll be around.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
Oh, there's a horrible glare on
Okay,
that tank.
Jeffrey, how the heck were you not subscribed before? Did that button just get unclicked? And I think you're a mod now. You are a mod now.
Oh, like dark. Holy cow. Hang on a sec. Let me mute myself.
How many tanks do you have?
I have 15 tanks, I think. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Hey,
13. I'm sorry. 13 currently, and I will have 15 when I'm done. Wait. Is that right? 1,
it
2,
says
3,
you
4.
just subscribed for some reason. It says new subscriber. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. It's really annoying
I have currently
that
13
it keeps
tanks.
on bumping people off. What was that?
I said I have 13 tanks running currently.
Oh, nice.
This isn't doing much better this late. I gotta figure this out. Hold on. Oh, I didn't realize Kevin muted himself too. Alright, that's better, right? Not so much glare. Whoa. Oh, I see. It's because you got us side by side. It's like, that's a really skinny view. Yes, I do feel chewy.
Oh my gosh, hello, Mom. Ah, Mom.
So, Kevin,
Yes.
you still need an air pump? I know we talked about that the other day.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
No worries, man.
Although with all those guppies, Jess is going to be sending me out of. Oh,
All right.
jeez.
Well, let me know, because I got
Thank you.
one floating around. So you getting guppies from Jess?
Yes.
What kind? How many?
Don't really know.
Mystery
He's
guppies?
more just surprising me.
Guess you can't complain.
My mom doesn't like taking Kelly out for a walk at the Baylands. She's going to go to the Baylands and doesn't like taking her for a walk at the Baylands because she's too slow. But Fender, she doesn't mind. Well, oh, jeez. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Chewy. Your kids start hitting 40. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think about that. That would mean I'd be really old. I'd grow a white beard and you'd call me Father Fish.
Oh, brother.
23 tanks. Nice.
Wait,
5 set up and working on 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I have at
I'm
least
so
1,
confused. So you have
2,
my math says that's 7.
4.
First you
Yeah, I
said
got
you have
4 more
23, but then
planned. That's
you said you have 5 set up and you're working on 2.
I was doing some major construction in the fish room this weekend. I'm trying to finish it so I can add more tanks. But when it's all said and done, I should be able to add another 1, 2, 4 tanks. And I think one of those is going to be either a 55 or a 75. Here, let me give you guys a sneak peek. It's behind a curtain. Just hanging drywall framing, spackling, sanding. Not fun. But makes it easier when you listen to the fish fam in the background while you're working. You can lurk and work.
The others aren't set up or being worked on being set up.
So I'm guessing
Oh,
23 up
geez,
and
you got a
running.
lot of work, Steph.
5 about to be whatever. 5 that are set up but not running and up. And 2 that are in transition. That's what I got from all that. Which is probably completely wrong. But
Yeah, I know, right, Alan? YouTube does like to throw. Yeah, anyways.
yeah, really.
Annoying.
No.
Oh, just watch me. You'll see. Wasn't Griffin giving who the heck was it last night? Why am I blanking? Who was it last night that Griffin? No, they were giving Griffin a hard time because he had 2 tanks empty. Steph saying she has how many unfilled tanks? I don't even want to count now. And I'm afraid to ask. You have 21 tanks that aren't set up. What sizes?
Holy cow.
What?
That's a lot of tanks.
Well, she says she has 2 that she's setting up, and she says she has 22 tanks, and she says she has what? 4 that she wants to. Where is
23 total. All right, yeah. Oh, so 23 out of those 23, 5 are not set up. Wait, 5 are set up and not running, and 2 are about to be set up. Is this right? This is all wrong. Why are we?
That's why I was.
She's got 23
confused.
tanks, man. How many tanks you got, Kevin?
11.
11. It's not bad. What are they mostly? Or are
I
they all
need. Well, I have 7 set up. I need to get a rack for my other ones, but
They 20 gallons, 10 gallons, 50 gallons.
Chili. I won't forget about Rounders. It's kind of hard to forget about Rockford. Just saying. Oh my
15
god.
29s and a 10 not set up. Oh, wow. Okay. 5 running, working on getting. I see. Okay. All right. We got a lot of work to do.
Now we're all back caught up to speed.
So is that 18 tanks you have to set up and get running?
Morning, Fishymon.
I have one
I'm
tank
probably
that doesn't
gonna
have
go-
any fish in it yet, but it has like
Probably
snails
gonna
and
go-
stuff.
I'm probably going to go for another half an hour or so, but thanks for coming in. We have
RB's got 7 tanks.
people.
Nice.
We have 17 people in here.
10 tanks, 2 vases, and a tub. Can't go wrong.
Nice. What size tub, Jeffrey?
And what are you keeping in the vases?
Yeah. I'd say probably bettas, but
I didn't even know about that. Well, unless he's got them warm. They like it warm betas. Beta. There's another argument you can get into. Which one is it?
it's beta, I believe. Beta is a mathematical term.
Or is it just because that's what you said?
Oh my god.
Maybe it's if it's East Coast, West Coast thing. Because everybody in the East Coast calls them
3G.
betas.
What's up?
What's up, Andre? How you doing, man?
Good.
You got a pupper there, huh?
Yes, it really was nice seeing both of them. And he kind of scared me without his hair.
Uh-oh.
Just saying. Okay, I need to change the view. I don't like this view.
Yeah, we're all
I don't know why
stacked
it
up.
always defaults to that. I like that default better.
I'll tell you what,
Nice.
Mr. Manifesto, I've never seen big ball
Wow.
sharks that still have their color. I like that.
Oh, really? Are these,
Yeah.
I don't know. I got these on a whim one day, like, whatever, years ago. And I think I had 4 of them originally, but one of them died, like, within, like, the first month of me having it. But they're pretty
Yes,
cool.
and I bet his ears were tingling because we literally talked about him.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Gotcha. Usually
Don't
when I
wanna
see
let
them,
him
they're
up?
just all dull.
I don't know. Do I really want to let him
Yeah,
up?
well, I feed him
Do
pretty
I
well.
really want to let him up?
Oh, no, here he is. What's up, Terry?
Hey,
What's
Terry.
going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
How are you?
Oh, I've been busy today.
Oh, yeah?
been to work and back already. Got my grass cut. Looked at my boat and determined it's screwed.
Oh no.
Yikes! Sorry, dude.
Nah, just whatever broke. It's broke.
You're always lurking, Jess.
Yeah, I didn't even know they wash out after a time. I don't know. I feed these guys like all sorts of stuff. I guess I just read recently that you're not supposed to feed them bloodworms, but I've been feeding them bloodworms since they were.
What, the ball of sharks?
Yeah, so I don't know. I read somewhere that
they'll eat them. When they're younger, they're more of a plant eater, but the bigger they get, the more protein they eat.
Oh yeah, they're really rough on the plants, man.
Yeah.
Like that you see that what is it, Anubias in there? I think it is. Like that thing will not grow because anything that new comes off that, they just eat it.
Yeah,
And there's also Vallisneria in there grown in the substrate, but you won't see it because they eat it as soon as it comes out.
That's why there's fake plants in the tank I got going on right there.
Oh, you got balls in there too?
Yeah, there's one in there right now, but those filament barbs are the same way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are the or those mascara barbs? Is that what you're or?
They're a close relative of the mascara barb.
Oh, I gotcha.
They're called
Those
filament
look really,
barbs.
Yeah, those look great. Those are cool.
I got
Is that
that
the
big
filamentosis or whatever those are called? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Dawkinsia filamentosa.
Cool.
And I've got 4 or 5 more baby ball of sharks that are going to go in there eventually.
What size is that tank?
It's a 125.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, you're only seeing a part of it.
Yeah. I kind of figured it was bigger because those fish don't look like they're cramped. Let's put it that way. Nice. Here it is. Those red and blue Colombian tetras in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sweet
just
fish.
Added them the other day. There's close to 30 of them in there.
Those are an underrated fish, man. They look incredible, especially when you get them in like the right light.
Mm-hmm.
They got that blue sheen. My tank right there is a 75.
So somewhere, honest to God, there is a ball of shark in that tank, and I don't see it.
He's hanging out. I see a red tail shark. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Like,
But there's a small ball of shark in there, too.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on one of your streams.
There was yesterday, but oh, there he is. He just came out from behind the wood. I was getting nervous there.
And this is your 75, right?
Yeah, it's a 75. Oh yeah, look at all the water stains on that guy. I gotta clean that glass. Look out! You can see the paw prints from my cat because she likes to try and tag them.
I've got some dust going below that tank. I got some dust on the lids, and you can see cat prints, paw prints in the dust.
Yeah. My cat likes to try and jump and attack the fish through the glass. It's cute. Whoa.
So yeah, there will be 4 or 5 more ball of sharks in this tank and a school of cories, and then I'm going to call it done. I think by then it'll be crowded enough.
Yeah. What kind of cories?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Somebody showed me the other day a subspecies of corridors that get a little longer. It started with a C. I got to look it back up.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. The ones that get like a little bit longer of a body.
Yeah.
Not so stubby looking, yeah. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Excuse me a minute.
Okay.
Have I heard the band Plush? I don't think so, Chewy. Maybe? No. I don't know. Not good with names like that. I'm more if I heard it, I would know it.
Hey, Griff.
Oh yeah, that pleco in my tank. If you can see him in the right corner up there, it's I got that guy from a rescue actually. Well, it wasn't rescue. Well, it wasn't rescue. He was in a 15 tall. That fish, he could barely even move. Couldn't even turn around. But now that he's like that guy's the king of the tank. Believe it or not, he chases those balls. Like I'll put algae wafers in there every once in a while, just to whatever, give him something extra. And the ball of sharks keep messing with the algae wafers, and he gets so mad at them. He chases those ball of sharks all over the place, and they flee.
Hey, Muffet.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, and there's a yo-yo loach in there too. That was a donation. I guess somebody gave it to me because they couldn't home it. That thing's like 10 years old now, if not older. Yeah, but those filamentosa barbs, man, tosis.
Okay, I
Tosa,
don't really
those
want
are
to
cool.
know. I don't really want to know how, but I'm sorry, Ricky.
Oh yeah, that's all it takes. Now your cat's forever going to be skulking around that fish tank trying to figure out how to get to him.
Hey, Scott.
So what you got going on,
Hey,
Andre?
Louise.
Nothing. I'm just at the river waiting for my buddy.
Doing
He
some
said he's
fishing?
20 minutes away. Yeah.
Nice.
My dog's over here digging every hole.
Man, he's out on enjoying the day too, doing dog things. He's fishing in the dirt.
No, there's these little. They're technically not gophers, but essentially gophers, and they
Oh
leave
yeah,
holes as he tries to dig them up.
what
I
are
don't
those
think
things
he's
called?
succeeded yet.
They look like giant rats, but they're not really rats
Ha!
either.
That was a fun phone call.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, it's my wife had to go into a stroke rehab center,
Yeah,
and
I remember you saying that.
there's some things that her insurance doesn't cover and all of that. And it was this. Oh yeah, the current balance is whatever, and I'm like, sure, say that again, and then I wrote it down, and I'm like, yeah, lady, like I'm gonna pay that. You got no chance in the world.
Five
Talk
bucks a
to
month for the rest of eternity. That's what you're
talk
getting.
talk to my attorney.
There you go. Chewy said that was scleromastax. I don't know. I probably butchered that
Yeah,
all
yeah,
heck.
scleromastics.
And he has a YouTube link there too.
Yeah, he might have been the one that showed me.
Chewy really does know everything, right? Got a question?
He's like a walking encyclopedia.
He's on it.
I don't think it's spelled right. It could be. It's scleromastics. Mastix is a common part of Latin for catfish. You'll see that a lot in
Oh, okay.
catfish. If you see mastix, you can almost guarantee it's a catfish. I forget what it means in Latin, but
Oh, so I see. Not the S. The S is silent. So clarium.
no, sclerio, like sclerio pages for the.
Yeah.
I think sclerio, doesn't that mean bone? And then the mastix part of it, I don't know what it means, but a lot of catfish have that. Because sclerio pages is bony tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, God,
Bony tongue. Okay.
how in the world do you learn
So
Latin
what are
by keep
mistax would be, or whatever that is.
bony
Mistax.
something?
Yeah, I guess what it would be. What is it? What is that when your spine's crooked?
Yeah.
Sclerosis. That would be the same root,
Scoliosis.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 99% certain sclerio is bone, and then whatever the mastix means, I'll have to look it up. Somebody look up mastix in Latin. You guys didn't know you had to take Latin to keep fish.
A line or group of prominent bristles on the lower face of certain, well, of whatever. This is about insects, but from what I said, mistax is a line or group of prominent bristles on the lower face.
So it'll be bony bristles would
Yeah, I
be
guess
scleromastics.
on the lower jaw, maybe? I don't know. Just says lower face here, but I'm certain. Translate somewhere. Mistax means mustache, by the way.
Greek and
Hey,
Latin.
Gina.
The stuff you got to learn to keep fish.
There you
Yeah.
go. Latin for mustache. There. Yep. Cool.
So it's got a bony mustache?
Bony mustache. So I'm guessing it's got some pretty long barbels or whatever those things are called.
Well, the genus Alunicara, that's your African peacock cichlids that are so popular.
Yeah.
Alunicara means flute face.
Flute face. Yeah, because they're always with that little mouth.
No, they've got pores like the holes in a flute
Oh.
on their lower jaw. So they got
I
somebody
was thinking
named them
peacocks for a
flute.
second there, but.
Yeah, peacock cichlids.
Or I was thinking parrots. I'm sorry when you said peacocks.
And they've got bones in their lower jaw, or I'm sorry, holes in their lower jaw for, finding invertebrates in the sand.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they got the name flute face.
Flute face. Hey, flute face. What up, flute face? That's interesting, though. Yeah.
Nothing like learning Greek and Latin just to keep
I remember
fish.
a whole bunch of those names changed, though, didn't they? Like some of those scientific names, it just got like whatever. Like wasn't Pseudotropheus like a whole bunch of those species
Yeah,
are no longer
yeah.
Pseudotropheus? I don't even know what they are now.
The Rift Lake cichlids were all grouped into really large groups.
Oh, I see.
And they finally started realizing that, hey, these things are different, different as in bone structure, different, not color.
This is going to lead into the
Yeah, we ain't going there. But
we ain't going there. But this is where I could understand where you're coming from in that whole position.
Where they took the zebra complex used to be just Pseudotropheus, and they divided up the Pseudotropheus into like the zebra complex and a bunch of other complexes, and then they speciated them by, or I'm sorry, they put them in genre according to their teeth, because all their teeth are different.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's how
they
separated
had a
them up.
physical characteristic that made them different from each other.
Gotcha.
So that's how that all happened.
So they gave them all a species, whatever, or.
Well,
different.
Basically.
And then
I'd have to get my book out to show you exactly
I get you.
How it all went down. But there was just a huge. At one time, like cyclosoma was like every cichlid was a cyclosoma.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That cyclosoma. There was like cyclosoma miki. That was wasn't that the rams?
No, Miki is the fire mouse.
Fire mouse. That's right. I used to keep them a lot when I was a kid.
So a lot of people have been working with the cichlids and getting them grouped according to true physical characteristics.
Oh, that's cool. Just got to get them to work on the Endler or the guppy strain.
They have been. That's the thing. They just keep kicking it around. One minute it is, the next minute it's not, and this guy says it is, but this other guy that really knows his stuff says no way, you're crazy. And
yeah, no, I see it. I can see the argument.
It's just that to have species status, you have to have a physical characteristic that is different than the rest of the genre.
Right.
It's got to be a piece of bone. A bone's got to be in a different shape.
Would that go into like body patterns and stuff like that, or no?
Yes and
maybe.
No. I mean, then you're getting into a gray area.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like if a lot of these
Microgeophagus.
What do they call them? Balloon? All these balloon fish.
Oh, yeah, like the balloon mollies and the balloon whatever.
Yeah, they're missing vertebrae out of their spine. So if you're literally counting vertebrates, then technically a balloon is a different species than its original.
I gotcha.
If that made any sense.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Well, yeah, I guess obviously we know that they're not. They're just some, just like it's essentially a deformity is what it is that's been bred in.
Correct.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of like the same thing with dogs, right? Like we've pretty much been breeding dogs like that for all sorts of different things.
Right.
We still consider them all dogs. It's just every breed has their own name now.
Correct.
So you got different breeds of mollies. The Dalmatian. That makes sense. Same thing with guppies.
Well, in the mollies, there are other physical characteristics that differentiate some of the molly species.
The Rift Valley peacocks, they are not all over Africa. They are endemic genus to Lake Malawi. I see. Very few Cyclosoma and Pseudotropheus are left in those categories. Yeah, well, I could see that if they kind of lumped them all in and said, hey, maybe we shouldn't have done that.
Well, they finally said, "Hey, we got to sort this out, man, because these things are
Yeah.
obviously different."
Right, right.
So all your Mbuna genre are uh, classified by their dentition, by their teeth, because they all feed a little different. They feed on different types of algae, and they have different attitudes of
Right.
not personality attitude, but positioning attitude on how they eat.
Gotcha.
Some eat straight up and down. Some graze across the surface, almost like a pleco.
Right, right.
So that's how they finally decided. Okay, we got it now. This is how they're separated.
Well, that's good. The firemouth. Yeah, I like that fish. I had one of those
I
when I was
bred
a
them. They're a
kid.
cool fish to have, actually.
Yeah.
It's underrated. They're dirt cheap. I mean,
They've
every
been around forever.
pet store. Yeah, they're one of the OGs. They've been
Yeah.
around for. They can be a little cantankerous, but
Yeah, the oh,
but when you
Jesus.
see them flare, when they flare their gills out, they're always really cool. And Chewy's saying it's IFGA politics. I don't know. Some guy wanted to name a fish, and he got all excited and came up with an argument that said this thing's different, so I get to name it. And they were like, "Yeah, it's not different, dude." Nice try. But he put up a good enough argument where they were like, "All right, shut up already. Here's your scientific name. Go away."
Yeah, right. Yeah, I always thought it was like I don't know. I always thought you couldn't name something after yourself. You had to name it, you know.
Well, he didn't. He named it. I forget what the scientific name is. I got to look it up
For what are you? Which one are you talking about?
for the Endler.
Oh, the Winjay, Poecilia
Yeah, I
Winjay,
forget what he named it
Winjay.
after.
Oh yeah. I was just talking about. Oh no, we went down this road the other day. Like it was somebody else discovered the species, but it was the Endler dude who made it popular in the hobby, and that's why it's named after him or something like that.
Well, Endler was he was like a priest or monk or something, but he was also a practicing naturalist. I guess
I
they
gotcha.
called him back in the day,
Right.
and he
He
was
might
the
have
one.
rediscovered it or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're for all practical purposes they're extinct anyway. So
Well, they come from Mexico, right?
yeah,
Originally, and the same thing with the guppy, right?
correct.
And the Endler habitat is now no longer there. Is
Well,
that?
it got destroyed basically. It's still there, but
But yeah,
it
there's no fish.
pollution and habitat
Oh, I
loss.
see.
If you lose a bunch of plants, little itty bitty fish get eaten by bigger fish, and
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the problem. Like no, everybody thinks of zebra mussels like they're not a big deal, right? They're just little mussels, but they wreak havoc on ecosystems just because they are so good at filtering at the water that they start robbing all the food for little fish. Not only that, they clean the water so well that the water is no longer like it's now easier for prey to see fish deeper in the water, so they get killed. You know what I mean?
there's two. Okay, there's two sides to the story. Okay, in the Great Lakes, take Lake Erie for example.
Okay.
Lake Erie was, for all practical purposes, a dead lake until
Okay.
until the zebra mussels got there. The zebra mussels single-handedly cleaned up Lake Erie,
Gotcha.
And now it's a fantastic walleye fishery. It's a fantastic smallmouth fishery. Uh, the Lake Michigan is changing, okay, because of the zebra mussels. But we are gaining those species. We're catching more walleyes now. We're catching more northern pike. We're catching excellent smallmouth bass. Whereas before, we had super large schools of like alewives and things like that. That's why they started stocking all the trout and salmon, is because Lake Michigan was just loaded with alewives and they needed something to eat them. I mean, it was so bad that, entire year classes would die off about the same time because they're a relatively short-lived fish. And I remember as a kid, all of them just washing up on shore.
Jeez.
You couldn't even walk on the beach. It stinks so bad, and there'd be nothing but dead alewives everywhere.
Hello,
But
Terry,
Ah, it's Fishymon.
what's going on, man?
Mr. Manifesto, Kevin.
How you doing, man?
Um, I don't have much to add to your conversation, but what I did want to say is I'm originally from Trinidad. I was born in Trinidad, but now I live in New Jersey.
Nice.
And in Trinidad, I remember Alex from the Secret History living in our aquarium.
Yep.
He was saying that that's where the wild guppy originally came from.
Trinidad.
That
okay.
is correct.
Yeah. And I
Interesting.
remember as a kid, we used to catch these fish in any body of water would have them. It was like it looks very much like the guppies we have today, but they didn't have the long fancy tails.
They didn't have the big fan tail.
Yeah, it didn't have that, and it had like they always had that black spot on the side of them. So I don't know if that's an endler or if that's a wild guppy.
If you really want to get into it, you can read what the original description was and what their argument was. But my argument is they based it solely on color, and that doesn't denounce a separate species. It can denounce a subspecies because they've been isolated and they look different, so you can call them a subspecies or what they call a taxon, but you can't give them full species status.
What do you mean, the endlers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the guppies have precedent because they were discovered first and they covered a large area.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, guppies have a wider range or whatever than whenever the endler was.
Right. The endler was from a really isolated spot.
Right.
And I thought Trinidad was in Mexico. Shows you what I know about geography.
Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yes, it's right off of Venezuela. It's an island. It's
I'm sorry.
considered part of the West Indies, the Caribbean islands.
Oh, okay.
But it's very close to Venezuela, and it's like in that chain of islands that include Barbados and Saint Vincent.
Well, the guppy range was pretty large, though, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
They no longer exist in nature. Yeah, that's what Chewy said. I guess he's talking about the.
Yeah, the endlers don't exist in nature anymore.
That sucks.
But those fish that people sell as endlers on their websites and stuff look very much like that wild fish that we used to catch as kids,
Right. Were they small like that? Like smaller than like what the traditional guppy is?
Yeah, they were.
Obviously without the fantail.
Yeah,
I think they were about the same size. A wild guppy looks nothing like what we have today.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They probably were small.
Yeah, they all had the same coloration. Every one looked exactly alike.
Yeah, because they were so isolated, they were so inbred that they basically set their own strain.
But as a kid, I never even thought about stuff like that. About, oh, this is what they developed the fancy guppy from, and I just used to catch them and put them in any container that held water.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, right, right. That'd be kind of cool. So you're in New Jersey now, you said?
Yes,
What
yes.
part? What part of Jersey? If you don't mind
Um,
me asking.
it's a little town called Phillipsburg.
Oh, really? Wow, that's funny, man. We're like 20 minutes apart, by the way. I'm in
Oh
Allentown.
yeah, that's
I'm in
great
Allentown,
to know
Pennsylvania.
that.
Yep.
That's
That's
great
wild.
to know that. I live close to a fellow
Heck yeah, that's
fish,
wild.
fish person, fish fam.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Because
cool. Small world.
Swampy lives like an hour from me.
Yeah, he said
Glad you
something
could
the other
make it,
day that he was
Peter.
like an hour and a half from where I was because he said something about being in Pennsylvania. I'm like, oh yeah, where you at? And I just said where I was. He's like, I'm about an hour and a half from there.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, so I'm guessing he's a little more farther north or whatever.
yeah. He lives off of 80
Yeah, okay, I know where that's at. I know exactly where that's the
past
Poconos.
Pocono.
The
Yeah,
Poconos, yep. That's cool. Small world, man.
he
That
lives
is cool.
exactly an hour away from me.
Cool. I can come raid your fish room some fish, man.
Well, had I known that, I would have kept some of the bristlenose pleco for you, and you
Oh
could have
yeah,
got them, or I could have come and seen your setup
yeah,
and
yeah.
put some for you. But I gave all to Swampy the other day.
Ah, no worries,
Well,
man.
sold them. He bought them off of me, and he's gonna sell them on his website.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. Well, one
Yeah.
of these days when I finish this fish room out, man, I'll have people over.
Wait a minute. Did you say finish the fish room?
Yeah, man. I've been working hard on this thing.
I have never ever seen such a thing. I have never heard of such a thing.
All right.
All right.
I'm
All
gonna.
right. Well, let's get it like
I'm
less
gonna-
rough than it is.
I'm gonna
It's
shut off the
always a
stream
work
since
in
it's
progress.
9:45.
Hang on, Kevin's talking. Sorry, Kevin.
I'm gonna close the stream since it is 9:45 now, and I said I was gonna go till 9:45.
Okay.
But if somebody else wants to start a stream, Terry, you go ahead.
I don't know. Anybody else want to?
I don't have like a.
How
channel
many
for
people
streaming
are
now.
watching? How many people
Yeah,
have
but
we
I've
bored
gotta
to
go,
death?
unfortunately. So if you wanted to start a stream, you guys
God,
can
Terry,
go
fire
ahead.
one up.
But I've gotta go,
God.
so I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna end the broadcast. Thank you all
All right,
for
Kev.
coming.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
All
Talking
right,
to y'all.
give me 5 minutes. Hey, Kev.
I'll see you in the next one. See
Mr.
you, Kevin.
Manifesto,
Later.
good to know that you're close by.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's really cool. All right,
right.
cool. I'll see
See
you
you
guys.
guys
People
later.
all the time. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye, Catfish Terry.